Good afternoon, Colorado. Good afternoon, people listening outside of Colorado. This is K4CO Radio. I am President Josh here, and I'm sitting here with our station manager, Kev. What's up, man?
What's happening? Hello.
Yeah, how you been?
Great.
Nice.
Excellent.
Haven't talked to you since the Broncos won on Sunday.
Oh, wow. I still don't know what's going on there, but I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to complain.
I think it was one of our best played games.
They came out pretty hot. I was a little disappointed they didn't score on those opening drives other than the field goals, but whatever. They're hanging in there, man. They're finding ways to win.
They are. They definitely are. 9-2, you can't really complain about that. It's all about the W, right? Well, people who are listening on K4CO Radio, on our website, or our apps, if you can, if you're driving, don't pay attention to this, but if you can, switch over to social media so that you can see all of our lovely faces, because we have a wonderful interview and live performance with a great Denver rock band. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the sound industry in our studio. And yes, the sound industry, the entire industry is in our studio right now.
We claim it all.
The whole industry.
That's right.
How have you guys been?
Good.
Awesome. Thanks for coming back. Been looking forward to this.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Great to be here.
Yeah, and it's been a while. You guys were at our old location, actually.
Yes.
That was on voting day last year. I remember that.
It was on voting day?
Yeah, it was
So
November
just over a year.
last Yeah,
November
that's right.
7th, November, whatever. The
It was
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Election
that's
day.
first Tuesday.
Gotcha. All right, Steve, gonna need you to scoot up a little closer to the microphone while you're talking to us. All right, perfect. Well, welcome back. You guys have been up to a lot. Some releases, some videos. We're gonna get all into that fun stuff. Everybody can go to thesoundindustry.com to check out all of their music. Randy Spencer, Denise Spencer, and Steve Schott. Man, thanks for coming in. This is
Thanks for having
I
us.
love your guys' setup too, because when people hire you, and it's kind of like no amps, no anything, like you guys just set up nice and easy and play. It's very different.
Yeah, it's very self-sufficient. I mean, this would be a live, you would take this to a live show.
This
Like
is our
that
live
Moe's
show
or
setup.
something. This is
Yeah,
your setup.
pretty
Except
much.
for all of our spare guitars.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And I remember helping unload one night out of their little
Was
car.
that it? Was that all?
It was like, wow, is this it? So yeah, I realized. And you
Yeah,
know,
we're too old to move heavy amplifiers
Exactly.
anymore. So
and Metallica doesn't even use amplifiers anymore. So
Yeah, exactly.
have at it.
Well, what's been going on? I mean, you guys have had a couple releases. Tell us what you guys been doing. What you guys been up to?
you want to start? Okay.
Well, we just released our latest song called Pain.
Mm-hmm.
We like to call it a song about getting old.
Hopefully, all of our listeners have heard that in the K4CO radio rotation, because it is in there. Yeah, and it's a song about getting old. I love it.
It's just a song about pain. You learn about it as you get old.
Very true.
I think it's about how a lot of pain in our lives is self-inflicted.
Yeah,
You know,
There you go.
that, you know,
very true. So, how did this song kind of come about? Who?
You wrote it.
Okay.
no, you wrote.
Oh, I wrote it?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I wrote it.
I love the arguing.
Yeah, she really pretty much came up with this one. Had,
I was
like
in
the verse and
pain.
chorus, and came out with.
And
this
so I
said,
wrote a bunch of lyrics about pain.
Yeah.
And
About
actually,
that
this is
need.
one of the few songs I actually wrote the lyrics first, and
Okay.
the music came after.
Gotcha.
Usually we come up with some sort of ditty on a guitar or something first.
Usually, it's the music first and
Right.
everything like that.
And then
Yeah.
we just kind of fit the vocals, the melody to that, whatever the music happens to be.
Mhm.
In this case, yeah, you had a pretty good idea what this was supposed to sound like before we ever played it. So
Right.
that was kind of different for us, a little different approach.
We've been playing this song for, I think we came up with it about a year and a half ago.
Probably.
About.
Year and a half ago. Okay.
So it was pretty quick on our roster to make it to recording already.
Gotcha.
We have some songs that we're still waiting to record that we've been playing for 5 years.
Yeah,
That's
there's
how
some
it
of the stuff in our repertoire that dates back before the band even existed.
Before we
Before I met her. Okay, so that was a long time ago.
Well, it's always new to the listener when
Yeah.
it first comes out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's always new to the listener when it first comes out.
Yeah.
So as old as it is for you guys, you
Yeah.
could have a 20-year-old song and
Yeah.
for the first time.
But we
Listen.
released Pain was one of our best releases we've done so far. We actually got around 80,000 views on YouTube.
Oh wow.
which was a lot for us. That was including the reels and the main video. When we produce a video, we like to do both the portrait view and then we do a phone, or the desktop view and then the portrait view. So we do two different videos now for all of our releases. We do one in a phone format, we do one for a desktop format. And to try and boost up those numbers.
Yeah, you guys have a nice marketing plan, I guess, when a song comes out.
We do like to do a lot of advertising. We use Facebook and Google advertising to drive people basically to our YouTube site, and then it counts as a view if they actually watch the video.
Right.
So we've had 80,000 people actually, through our advertising, go to our YouTube site and then watch our video.
Right.
So that's how we count, how many views we're getting. We only got, I think it was about 25,000 on Facebook.
Okay.
Which was kind of reversed from our last release, Distance, where we only got about 15,000 views on YouTube, but we got 100,000 on Facebook.
Right, right.
So we like to use the two. It's Facebook and Instagram, because Instagram is a big part of it.
Yeah, it definitely
But
is.
when we do the videos, we got the phone format, and then we got the regular desktop format. We're set for all different streaming platforms, from TikTok to YouTube to Facebook. So when we release, we have everything ready to go. So we're just flooding the market with our song as much as we can over a couple weeks.
That's one thing I haven't even tried to attempt is the whole TikTok thing. I know we're gonna have to at some point.
But speaking of your videos, they're very well involved as well. Tell us how you approach that.
Well, that's mainly Denise's work. She learned how
Me
to do
again.
videos.
So some AI.
I've been doing video
Magic.
for a very long time. I used to use, when we were first starting off, we used something called Storyblocks, which was a royalty-free video site that you could use videos, and I would try to layer in them and then layer us into them. Now I'm more into AI. I find AI to be a phenomenal tool for small bands like us. A small band like us could never afford to do a major shoot, or like in our last video, Pain, I was driving a Formula One race car and I wrecked it.
And I was climbing up a big rock wall and I fell off.
So you can get away with a lot of stuff in AI, and it's come so far nowadays. I look at it as a tool. I know a lot of people are like, oh, AI is evil, and there's a lot of stuff about AI that can be evil.
Yeah, right, exactly. I kind of look at it as pretty much with anything that comes out. Yeah, you can. It could be bad. It could be good. It's got its good and its bad.
Yeah,
out
it's a
there.
tool.
It's a
It
good
depends
tool.
on how you use it.
Exactly.
There
we
will
try
be
to use it
consequences.
as like backdrops for us and stuff like that, just to help us tell our story of the video that we want to tell.
Right.
And so AI really helps. We do live green screen shots as well, so we all get dressed up and we all have to act.
Oh yeah, we were at your. They have an incredible studio for everybody in their house, and an incredible backdrop, and it's a musician's just fun little land down in your basement. I love it. With
We're
the video,
spoiled.
you are spoiled. Exactly, I love it.
It's almost like our own little concert venue. We have a rehearsal type space, and then there's space even for an audience kind of down there. And we do all of our recording there, and we shoot all our video down there as well, pretty much.
We do all our green screen shots
Yeah,
and
we
everything.
Right.
A lot of the video where you actually are seeing us, the three of us, as opposed to AI versions of us, is all shot, in front of a green screen, and
It's all
like
real.
With Pain, we did it. Like I was wearing the lab coat. I was the doctor.
He was a doctor.
And these two were both injured in some manner.
That's funny.
We are.
Yeah, Steve was all bandaged up and bloody, and
Yeah, I first noticed the
you were in your
little reel on
in your hospital
Spotify.
gown.
Now, the funny thing about that video is I really do have bad knees, and Denise wanted Randy to actually
Hit his
have
knee.
me hitting
Actually-
my knee, and not have him do, and it was like, be careful.
Glass knee.
Well, I want to get to a song, of course. First of all, the first song that you guys are going to do is "Pain."
Yes,
Correct.
we thought we'd do that. We're kind of announcing the release of that one. This was only released, I guess, on Spotify like last month, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty recent
And
when I caught it.
so this is
End of
really our
November.
first kind of, in a way, public performance of it since that point. So.
Perfect. Absolutely love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. K4CO Radio, the sound industry, with their latest release, "Pain."
Now it knows my name. Yeah, I'm in so much pain. My back, my neck, my knees. Let me tell you, it's hell below. Now it knows my name.
Ladies and gentlemen, sound industry right there with their song Pain.
Woo, coming in
Just-
hot.
Yeah, coming in hot. I like it.
That's like the loudest performance we've had in here. Everyone brings their
Definitely
acoustic
is.
guitars and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
I love it. Well, heck yeah, everybody can hear that on K4CO Radio and go to thesoundindustry.com right there. Tell us about a little bit about your process. Man, it's been a long Monday for recording. I mean, you kind of said for writing, a lot of times you guys do the music part first, except on this song. What is kind of your process for recording the song?
Well, we got a good place to start always with the drum parts that are all written already, kind of written out and programmed for us, and so we can work from there. When we record, we really do like lots of tracks. When we're in the tracking phase, we just throw on whatever we think of that we want to in terms of tracks. Usually, we break the song down into chunks, just like verse, chorus, break. And we take that, those sections one at a time, and we usually do like five takes on each section of the song by everybody. So Steve comes in and he does five verses, 5 choruses with his bass, and then we do the same thing. And then I go through and edit those tracks. In the final mix, we double track everything, so we use 2 of those 5 tracks, and sometimes I have to do a little fudging with a little bit, kind of do some cutting and pasting to fix maybe a small mistake, or maybe just bump something over so it gets it more on the beat. But most of the time, we've got really good takes down. We get as good takes as probably can. And we get that all edited together with all the guitars, all the vocals. Then we after that you have to kind of go into a phase called gain staging, where you get everything has to be kind of gotten to the right decibel level. You bring all the tracks into the same decibel level, which is generally like around minus 14 dB.
Minus 14 dB
Yeah.
for YouTube.
And then when we get them all in that makes it a lot easier to mix. With Pain, one thing we did that's different. Usually with, like I said, we have double tracks of everything. We just take have 2 good tracks and one's on the right, one's left. With Pain, we run a really, really big vocal sound, so I used all of the tracks. We had tracks like individual tracks with the backing vocals where we're yelling pain, pain.
Right.
We did that like all standing around the mic. We did like 5 takes like
My
that.
voice was
And then-
actually hoarse.
Yes,
I felt like I
we
was
had
in a Bronco game.
them do it both by themselves, and we each did our own individual tracks, and then we did the group tracks. And rather than narrow it down to just a couple tracks, I decided I'm just going to put them all in there.
Yeah.
So just make a big, as thick as possible kind of vocal sound as we could with it. That idea kind of came from, I heard this interview with Brian May from Queen, and he was talking about how they got their vocal sound, which of course is awesome. But he talked about how, their voices really blended well together. So when they would go to do like a 3-part harmony on a song, all 3 of them, the Roger Taylor, Brian May, and Freddie Mercury, would each sing each of the 3 harmony parts, on their own individual tracks, and they'd put all of those tracks together.
Right.
And so we do kind of the same thing, where I'll sing like, the 3-part harmony, and Denise will come in and match those, and sometimes she's singing an octave up from where I am, and so we get a bigger, thicker vocal sound that way, just by putting in as many tracks as possible. So that's kind of was the thought on this, because we really wanted that big, group sound on the chorus. But after that, we finally get around to mixing it, and we've learned a lot about mixing as we've gone along. Like every new release we have, we've kind of learned something new and are applying that.
That's what
And
you
with-
hope. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we're still kind of learning as sound engineers go, and we try to incorporate every new technique we come across. With Pain 2, we concentrated a lot on the mastering process.
Okay.
You know, after you get the mix done, then you want to get it down to a stereo master. And that we kind of found some new tools in our software use, like a multi-band EQ and compression tool that works really nice for mastering. So you can kind of take and split it to, you know, bass, middle, and treble, and kind of control each of those levels by themselves and get it all to balance really nicely. And I think, you know, that was probably our biggest kind of progression on this particular track, is that I think the mastering came out really, really well.
And I remember when you guys were at our old location, I was talking with you, Denise, and you said, I'm not even going to say it, how many tracks
I remember this.
do you guys have?
On Pain, there was 457 tracks.
457 tracks.
A lot of that is drums. And
Yeah,
it's because
most of it is drums.
Yeah.
Because every single cymbal sound is a single track.
Counts as a wow.
Right.
So I have, and I never use the same cymbal sound twice.
And you also have layered kick drums and layered snare drums. So,
Yeah.
and then like, usually you do it with, on the verses you have one kick and snare, and then the chorus is a
Chorus
different
is
kick
different.
and snare, different combination of kicks and snares.
And same for the break and
Yeah.
the end. So I usually do about 4 to 5 drum kits per song. So I'll have 4 to 5 totally different drum sounds, different bass drum, different snare drum, just different. And
yeah.
it goes with the feel of the song, the way you want it.
I've said it on the air before. There's many layers to the sound industry, because when I really started listening to you closer with headphones on, you can pick out
You
a
could
lot
hear
of
all
that.
that.
Not all
Absolutely.
496, but
Every third of practice, like I've never heard that noise before.
yeah.
Is that-
So it's almost like, you know, even get away with that with Pink Floyd anymore. You'll hear something, oh, I never realized that, or you forgot that it was there or something. So when you just hear your song the first time on K4CO, you need to dig a little more because there's a lot going on in there.
Exactly. No, you actually do need to go listen to it first through your headphones to really pick out
it's very
everything.
creative. Yeah, they're just
And
it's
Denise
like a
gets really
mad
creative
scientist.
with the stereo mixing, with, you know, putting things in different places along the stereo spectrum. As far as the drums go, the sounds are kind of moving in and out, and they, you know, all have their own kind of specific spot.
Right.
And that, I think, adds a lot of interest to the recordings.
Heavy
And we
use
do that
of
with,
panning.
you know, guitars too. We kind of try to, you know, layer in some guitars and put them in different places too.
Right.
We like our songs to flow.
Yeah, and I was just
Hear
going to
them
mention
going
that
back
because
and
there's another kind of thing I've noticed. I don't want to label it as a signature sound, but kind of a haunting slide guitar that you
Yeah.
do a lot, Randy.
On this one, this was kind of different because I play slide on this. Usually it's
Oh,
Denise
okay.
playing slide.
Well, the
She
sound
has-
is definitely there, you know, just kind of that.
Usually you do the heavily affected slide sound.
Yeah.
with a
We
lot
like
of
our
lot of
different
delay.
sounds. So with 2 guitars, we try not to always play the exact same chords the exact same way, because that would
Right.
just be boring.
Yeah,
Right.
just play off
So
of
with
each
2
other.
guitars, if one's doing the rhythm part, the other one gets to go have fun.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
gets to make weird noises.
How long have you guys been a group? How long have you been a band?
6 years.
Six
Well,
years for a sound industry.
Other iterations since '03.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Denise and I first met. This was historic. Yeah, like it's been over 30 years.
Okay.
And we were in a band that was called Table 9 at the time. And, conventional band, we had a drummer and everything. But we went through a few iterations of that, and then we put together an original band with Steve, and also with Denise's brother, kind of wrote a lot of the songs for that band. And when that kind of split apart, the 3 of us stayed together. and
Cream rose to the
we
top.
had a drummer for a while. We were called
Sleep Hackers.
we were called the Sleephackers, yeah. And when we had a
We
drummer,
did that for about 3 years and
Yeah.
with a drummer doing cover tunes.
It was basically, if I
Our
may
own
steal
stuff.
your thunder,
Mostly
the
original.
main reason we started with the computer backing tracks for the drums is because we were tired of not being able to practice because we couldn't get an audition.
Right.
So we were like, well, the next interview's in 2 weeks. Come over, I wrote a drum track, and then 6 months later, we're like, I don't think we need a drummer.
We just decided we wanted to go without a drummer.
I wanted to ask
We wanted to
Steve
try
that.
doing electronic drums.
Being, rhythm section.
It's hard being
Was
the only
it-
organic member of the rhythm section.
Was it
It's
kind of a hard
not
crossover?
but I
Little.
just have to- Like
It's an adjustment. It's a little
before
bit
the ear
different.
monitors, it was something that was a big struggle, and then basically got a lot easier. And I mean, I got a pretty good internal metronome already,
But there's also that visual of a
there's
drummer
no
just
eye
kind of like right over there behind
you.
you.
Gotta know when.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, you got to count.
But your drummer is always consistent.
and luckily,
That's true.
We've
Yeah,
been together for so
always
long.
on
Yeah.
rhythm.
Know the tendencies and patterns, and it's.
Yeah, so it was an easy transition for you.
Well, it wasn't easy, but it's better now.
Yeah,
We got
Right.
used to it.
yeah,
There's a certain amount of getting used to playing on a click track as a band.
right.
And drummers are a rare breed, so.
They're
it's-
tough to find.
I work
That's
in
for
IT,
sure.
so I deal with the computer better than a drummer.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm curious because you guys have been doing this for a long time. How has your music changed throughout the years that you started out? And I know last time when I was listening to you guys at your pool party, we'll talk about that later too. But you were talking about going a little softer or acoustic,
We
something
did
like that
have
as well.
kind of an acoustic phase.
Well, that was kind of an agenda for the party as well. Just
Okay.
for the
But Denise wanted to try some things where we incorporated acoustic guitar, and
Right.
she
we
wrote
were
a
thinking
song,
our fourth album, we were hoping half
little more
acoustic,
acoustic.
on our
Right.
fourth
kind
album.
of like Led Zeppelin 3, right?
Because we've already got our
acoustic.
third album is already planned out. We're just recording it at this point.
Right, right.
So we're thinking about picking up some acoustic songs, and Randy's got a few acoustics from the past, so do I. And
Yeah. Well,
we could put together an acoustic set if we wanted to.
it gives me a
But
reason to
it's
take
what
out the
songs fit
stand-up.
our band, fit this band.
So how did your sound change over the years? How did it evolve into this?
Well, I think we kind of diversified as far as guitar sounds go and as far as our approach went. And, you know, we've always tried, I guess, as far as writing songs, to do things that were, you know, different than the last one.
Right.
You know, and not have anything that really is so much in the same groove, you know, try to stay away from being in just one type of groove. So we've been able to incorporate, I think, a lot of different styles.
A lot of genres.
Yeah.
From my perspective, like when I joined, it was very blues centric because
Yeah.
they like the blues, and I'm a bit of a metalhead, so I can say some of the newer stuff has been influenced by this metalhead.
Good for
We do
you.
have some metal
Yeah,
oriented things.
this is our metalhead right here, Mr. Kev. Love it.
That's right. It's a good balance.
Yeah,
But I
Blues
still
and
love
metal.
blues.
it is.
Yeah, we did start with that. Like, yeah, the original.
Well, I think a lot of how we progressed as
Yeah.
guitarists over
It's
the
where-
years is
where we
we
were
play
when we
off of
met.
one another a lot
Yeah.
better than we did when we were first getting together.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's we play together.
Yeah, and we play in a kind of sympathetic way, a more sympathetic way, I think, with each other than whereas we were both kind of maybe just going all the time at first. You know, it was kind of a harder.
Paying attention to what the other one
Forcing it.
does.
But yeah, and paying attention. Try to. Yeah, I think we've gotten a little bit more melodic too.
Yeah,
You know,
we've gotten
so
some
as
more
well.
progressive beats going on.
Yeah.
And Steve, you mentioned you
Occasionally we
play.
slip into something different, like our Way Back Home was kind of a country genre. We just did a punk song called Sublime, which is way punk.
Good. I'm looking forward to hearing all this new
We do a
stuff.
lot
Yeah,
of different
exactly.
stuff. Like the Pain, we considered one of our more progressive songs. It's got that little progressive little hook on it.
Oh yeah, and just the anger behind the pain, the chanting.
Yeah.
And Steve, real quick, you mentioned you play stand up as well,
No, I have a. Well,
have a
it's
stand-up.
it's not that I play stand up, but I bought one and I want to.
and you want to
It's just it's
Play it a little bit
it's
more.
An electric stand up,
Yeah.
so I don't have.
still those things. That's
the
a different
gumption to-
That's a completely different monster.
Yeah,
for sure.
I start talking about the arched neck, and then I have a couple fretlesses as well, so it's not that big of a challenge on that. But the elbow angle, bowing. I used to make fun of the kids in orchestra because I played trumpet and they sounded terrible. I should have been nice to them because that's hard.
Good to know. Well,
I
I'm
think I need to
there.
get some new rosin before we go.
Anxious to hear that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a whole other world.
Well, let's crank
But
out
the
another
noises
one.
it makes
Yeah.
is just fantastic. I love
Yeah.
it. Nothing's better than a bow bass. It's just great.
Yeah.
Let's crank out another one. The next one you guys are gonna play, Prisoner. Now, this song, correct me if I'm wrong, has not been released yet.
Right. This is one we're currently in the process. We've pretty much finished the tracking with this one, and we're getting into the production phase. I've been editing tracks, and in the course of editing tracks, I discovered that I forgot to do the vocals on the third verse, so I have to go and actually cut some more tracks. But I'll do that this week, and then we're going to get more into mixing this. And this one, actually, this song it goes back.
So didn't you write this before you and Denise were in a band?
Yeah,
I don't remember all the.
Yeah, the first band that we were in, I was just writing this, and
Like what, 94, you think? 92?
Okay, so this goes way back.
Heavy ones.
Way back.
yeah, this is a heavier one. It just was an idea I had the music for, and then I brought it to the band when I started playing with Denise, and we kind of worked on it since then. I didn't write the lyrics to this. This was written by her brother, but it's kind of a slightly metal song. It's kind of a good hard rock song.
Nice.
And
that's
we
why,
hope to be out with this in just a month or two.
and that's why you don't throw anything away. You don't get rid of ideas. You always keep them. Exactly.
I think we've had even songs that are like reworked versions of old songs. So
Right.
it's a good idea,
Yeah,
find
exactly.
somewhere where it fits.
Ladies and gentlemen, live in the K4CO radio studio, the Sound Industry with their song unreleased so far, Prisoner.
I don't want to leave anymore. I just want to leave in the scars. I just can't go away. Think you have to pray. I'm a bit of blood and bone. They rise and they fall. Honey, not just the other. Find the blues home. The name of God, I want to crusade. Any position too. But they got no now, such as rose. They know it's good for you. I don't want to live anymore. I just want to leave in the scars. Oh, I just can't go away. Think you have to pay. I don't want to live anymore. I just want to even the scars. Oh, you just can't go away. Think you have to, think you have to. I don't want to live anymore. Just want to even the scars. Love you just can't go away. Think you have to, think you have to, think you have to, think you have to pay.
Sound industry, everybody, right? That was a great idea right there. I love it. Sound industry.
Nice job, guys.
Prisoner. And so you're just in the process of mixing and doing all that fun stuff with that song. So everybody get ready for that release. Do you have any expected release date when all that's?
We never try to put a date on it, but probably I don't think it'll take much more than maybe a month. I don't think.
I mean, it's been 31 years. What's the rush?
Yeah, it's been that long already. It can wait.
Nice. Do want to talk about? I want to talk about your next pool party thing because it was really cool. That last summer you guys had this pool party and everybody could see your studio and everything downstairs, music and. People should go just to see this backyard. Oh my God! And Denise,
the story behind it.
Yeah, Denise did all of her backyard, and there's
She had some help.
I had some.
okay, had some help.
Pretty
All
much
right.
all yourselves. I mean, just
Yeah.
a man-made pool in their backyard.
Well, she did. She designed it all and engineered it all, and I moved a lot of rocks.
And how long did it take to build this thing again?
10
It
years.
was about
10
10 years. To
years.
do our whole backyard like it is now.
Absolutely amazing.
But yeah, we want to do another pool party like we did last summer, where we invited a bunch of K4CO bands out just to come and get to know each other. And I invited a bunch of other musicians, just everyone from the community to come out and join in. And we were hoping to have about 3 or 4 bands play. We actually got 2 bands playing, and then
We did some acoustics.
and then a
numbers
couple
too,
acoustic acts.
Nice.
Well, we had Scotty Allen, who is well known
Scotty
here
Allen
at
started it off, and he was
K4CO.
awesome. Everybody loved Scotty Allen. It was great to have him.
He was telling
And
us he wrote a
so-
song on the way home from that party.
I did not know this.
Yeah, he told us last time we interviewed him.
Oh man,
His
I
latest
must have-
song he wrote on the way home from that party.
I'm gonna skate that out. Wow.
We're an
We inspired
inspiration.
him.
Yeah.
So he had a good
But
time.
the idea of it is just to get other bands together, to meet other bands, so we can support each other, get to know each other,
Yeah.
and just build a community. And we want to do it with the K4CO bands, because you're a good solid base of which that we can all come together and be a community.
Well, we had a couple of people who showed up who we'd never met before.
Yeah,
who
we
just
had
came out from hearing about
three
it
other people
through
from
radio
3 different
station.
bands who came out too. I don't know if you guys knew that. So we
No,
had
not sure.
a bunch of different representatives there.
So, yeah,
Right.
hopefully we'll have more parties like that and have more bands playing at them. That's kind of our idea. Maybe we'll have a couple parties this summer like that.
And we got a similar live stream set up like you guys do, that we can set up 4 different cameras and live stream. And for Scotty, I think we just did a video for him and we set it up. So
Right.
any bands that want to come out and join us, let K4CO know, or let the sound
Definitely.
industry know.
Right.
And we'll keep you in mind so that when we actually get a date of when we're going to start doing our parties in the summer again, we'll give you guys a call.
When do you usually do it? What month was it? I mean-
Usually we do it at the end of July.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
That's a
we were thinking of going earlier if we were going to do more than one.
Yeah, we might have an early one and then a later one, but
Right.
something.
And you guys are always out on Facebook trying to connect with people, connect with different bands, all that fun stuff. I absolutely love it. And when it comes down to that, I know last time you guys were playing around a lot. So, I mean, you guys have a great setup to come perform. Are you guys planning on any performances through the end of the year, or what's going on next year when it comes to that?
Probably next performance will be maybe the beginning of next year.
Okay.
We'll probably go back. We love it at Moe's Barbecue down on South Broadway. That's a
Moe's
great
is
place
great.
to play.
Yeah, Moe's is
Because they've
wonderful.
got it's perfect for us because they have the video screen behind the stage, and we can send our video signal from our laptop via wireless HDMI to their screen, and so we have all our imagery projected on the back screen, and then we can just. They usually do a really good job on sound too.
Because we have the big
Sound
video
engineers.
backdrop for our show.
Yeah.
But not all clubs have the big video
screen behind you,
capability.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are really big on that video, which makes it
Yeah.
really cool.
Does it?
It's a,
Visually.
yeah, a whole
brings a
new
lot to the
aspect.
show.
Yeah.
We
So-
try to put on a show.
Yeah. You do. It's not just three people standing up there screaming their brains out. The video does that a lot to it.
Yeah, it's I mean, I think people are used to being able to like watch the drummer because the drummer's doing something more physical than
Yeah.
everybody else. But so we still have something interesting on a visual level for our live performances that I think adds a lot to it. And every now, pretty much every time we play out, somebody will say, "Oh, you guys need to get a drummer," blah blah blah. And it's like, well, we couldn't do all this
Mainly our
stuff like we
previous
do it if
drummer.
we had a drummer.
We wouldn't sound like we
we're-
sound.
Is it a
Yeah,
drummer
we
looking
wouldn't
for a
sound
job?
like us, and it wouldn't be quite the same.
Right.
Having having the digital backdrop, we can synchronize everything just perfectly. The video synchronizes perfectly with the music. So
Right.
we think that's a big advantage, and
Well, you've settled into your own
we
way
don't
of
have
doing
to
things.
worry about keeping a drummer happy.
Yeah. Man, they're hard
It's
to
one of the
keep up.
hardest
They
things in
are.
keeping a band together, keeping everybody
Keeping a
happy.
drummer.
Those drummers.
They're not a lot.
They are.
Love you, Adam.
And I used to be a drummer.
So for the rest of the year, just kind of a lot of writing, a lot of mixing, a lot of recording.
Yeah, I
and
think
get
we're going
ready
to
for
work
some
heavily
releases.
on the recording.
Yeah.
And get that out, and then hopefully have like another release type event after the beginning of the year. I think that'll be good for us. But
And as a band, we're always writing. Whenever someone comes up with a lick or something like that, then we start writing. So we've almost always had a new song that we're working on. For the
We have
last
one
6
now,
years.
you know.
We have one. We have a new
No.
one right now.
it's only about halfway there. needs more lyrics, and we got to firm up the break on that one. But whatever.
So we're always in a process of kind of writing.
So, yeah.
We practice once a week. We get together once a week and then play our sets. One set one week and then a different set the next week, so we can keep our repertoire fresh and that we can still play it.
Right.
Because a lot of it can get complicated, and if you don't keep on top of it, you won't stay on the beat anymore. So
Yeah.
you got to keep practicing, and so we practice. We've been practicing almost every week for 6 years.
But we've got what is it now? About 25, 26 original
33.
songs.
Yeah, more than
33.
30. I know
Oh,
that.
I thought, is that including the cover songs or not?
No,
No. I mean, 33? I didn't think it was that many. Whatever.
They add up quick.
We've got more music than I thought.
yes, you expect me to remember all of this stuff. I've been practicing.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. Let's get to another guy right here.
I like this one.
Yeah, this is a great one. Left Behind, and I don't remember if we talked about this song last.
You guys played
I don't
this
know.
one.
I think I just started playing it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It wasn't in a rotation. I was digging into them a little bit, and I think I
Right.
just bought it. And
Right.
Then
First
just,
album song.
yeah.
First album song.
Yeah, it's an older one.
Tell us a little bit about this one, Left Behind. I always like hearing kind of the story behind them, even though I come up with my
Okay, I wrote
own.
this.
Are you sure?
This, yeah. No, I am sure. But this, I like to say, this is a song of desperation. That's about the simplest way to describe it.
All right.
And it was really kind of, the lyrics did kind of come about really from improvising as much as anything. And this one goes back actually before this band actually existed, but we always liked this song and wanted to make it part of our repertoire. I don't know how to describe this one. I've thought of it before as like REM meets Rush. So,
Yeah, first time
kinda
I heard
like
it,
how
I
they-
thought it was a great Rush song.
All right.
That reminds me of something Rush. I don't know, but I love
Well,
it.
it's a Rush-like break to it, you know. It has that kind of progressive feeling to it where it comes down and gets really dynamic in the middle. But,
All right.
yeah, and like said, the lyrics were kind of opaque, but I think they express a sort of a definite sense of, I guess, being left behind. Yeah, you know, the world, the society the kind of people that get left behind by society. People maybe in not so glamorous jobs and you know, things like that that kind of keep them in the same place in their life.
Gotcha.
And so it's kind of along those lines as far as the idea goes.
Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, live on K4CO Radio, the sound industry, with Left Behind.
I should have said something to someone, I suppose. I never noticed it was right under my nose. It was just a feeling, curiosity at most. I never noticed it until it got too close. But I know I won't get left behind. And I know I won't be saying goodbye. This time I won't be left by the wayside, left behind. Left out of sight, out of my mind. Left by the seaside, down the drain. Like a fool out in the rain. I never wanted to be left out in the cold. I never noticed it until it had taken hold. It's not as if I came to offer up my soul. I never noticed it until it took control. But I know don't get left behind. And I know I won't be saying goodbye. This time I won't be left by the wayside, left behind. Left out of sight, out of my mind. Up by the seaside, down the drain. Like a fool, hide in the rain. but I know I won't get left behind. And I know we won't be saying goodbye this time. I won't be left by the wayside, left behind. Left out of sight, out of my mind. Left by the seaside, down the grave. Oh, like a fool, hiding the
Colorado's own The Sound Industry with Left Behind. That was off your first record, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorites right there. That's just great dynamics, great chorus, great just everything.
It's an oldie and a goodie.
Definitely is.
And I love sitting here too because your voice, like, you,
Right in our face.
built it, man.
It's awesome.
Well, yeah, you can kind of hear it. Not
literally
just
melting
come
our
through the
faces.
system, but in the room. It's
Oh, in
kinda
the
nice
room,
that
it's
we're,
just
you know,
like, oh yeah, it actually just like makes me like
great.
shiver a little.
Yeah,
It's
that's what it's
awesome.
like on stage.
Right, exactly. So
Well done.
you do a lot of marketing of your videos. You do a lot of actual video, music, stuff like that. And you've been at this for a little while. I was kind of curious, what types of advice would you give musicians, whether they're starting out or just really just trying to get their music out there, get their songs out there?
I think the Facebook, Instagram advertising, the Google advertising is a game changer for the bands. The one thing that we don't do that we're thinking about starting is using the Google and Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising for when we do a show. Because
Right.
you can literally target zip codes or just a very specific community.
Right.
With your advertising to get people out. Most of our advertising for our songs has been worldwide to get the biggest audience we can get. We've always targeted Colorado as well,
Right.
because we want to get all of our music specifically to Colorado fans. And we also belong to a lot of groups, a lot of music groups, like every Colorado music group you can find, we will
Yeah.
post in. But we belong in a lot of world music groups too. And so we try to get our music out every possible way we can,
Right.
whether it be through social media, which is most of it, and then advertising to help people drive people to our social media.
And you even promote bands on our site, on our Facebook page. Like when we
Just
play
being involved
a
with you
band,
guys is-
you guys are like, all right, we're following you.
Yeah, that's been
And that's just awesome.
I'd say too for bands trying to do. A lot of bands, I think they just get so focused on doing gigs that's all they think about is doing the next show. And
Right.
in a lot of ways, you know, the way the scene is around town and stuff, you never kind of get. It doesn't really necessarily get you anywhere
just leaves
because
pain.
you're all
It's
the
a lot
people who
of
come
your
and see
friends
you.
coming out to see you
yeah,
play.
the people
Right.
you know are the ones who come to
And
see you.
not other people.
And you'd
real
love
fans.
to get, about 100 people
New
who never
people.
heard you before to hear you at a show, but it's easier to get, thousands of people through the internet to listen to you. So, I mean, I think bands should, like Denise says, should look into those venues for advertising and promoting things on the web rather
When you
than
do a show,
just specifically
advertise it.
doing a show.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, we find it really funny that we really only promote here in Colorado as a radio station. I mean, 92% of our listeners are all kind of in here, but we have 2% of our listeners that are international, and for some weird reason, like for example, we're getting a pretty good following in Helsinki, Finland. So
you might have some new fans. in
Yeah, exactly.
I've
Finland.
always wanted to go there.
But yeah, I completely agree. Just the best thing for a group, for a band, is just to be heard. I mean, of course, you can't stop the live music. That's just the greatest thing out there. I mean, live music will always be the
We
whole
love
heart of it.
performing, we love playing live.
Yeah,
That's the fun
exactly.
part, definitely.
When we play live, we'll get 30 to 40 people to show up to see us. As an example, we just did a live video shoot in our studio for Pain, and we just recorded Pain. released it in just the phone format, and we got over 2,000 views
Right.
in 1 week from one video,
Mm-hmm.
versus we go out and do a gig and only get 30 people who see
Right.
it.
Right. Exactly.
So I think for bands, you need to focus more. You need to focus on recording. You need to focus on content. It doesn't have to be a great AI video like we do and stuff. It can just be you sitting down in a chair singing. It's content that you can put up and get out on every platform. So content is one of the best things you can do as a band to get your name out there. If you don't have the content, you'd have nothing to put out.
Yep.
But putting out content, making it the best you can, whether it be through recording, through video, or anything that you can do to get your music out to
Yeah.
your audience.
And taking advantage of the accessibility that's out there now.
Yeah.
With all the sites and
It's a
whatnot.
great way
It was,
to get
we've
things
never
out.
had chances like this when
No,
we were
no,
younger.
I come from the flyer days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day when you sent people a card in the mail.
Flyers to the telephone
Right, yeah, that.
Yeah. Walking around school, just like, want to see our show? Want to see our show? Yeah.
And when you
Exactly.
did a release, no one knew. You
Yeah.
had no way of getting it out.
Right.
If you weren't signed to some label, you had no opportunity at all to get your music out there.
No, you had to go out every night.
Yeah.
Like the week up until your gig.
Exactly.
Just hand out flyers and tell everybody you're jamming that night. But
Put in the
So I think
footwork.
there's a lot of
come a long way.
opportunities for bands that there hasn't been.
Right.
yeah.
I agree.
We're just happy to have lots of people listen to us. I mean, we don't do this. We don't think we're going to ever make a bunch of money at it necessarily. It'd be nice if we did, but mainly I think we just use the platforms that are available to get as many ears to our music as we possibly.
Well, I think you guys do it for the love of it too.
It's,
Clearly.
it's
Oh, yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You're songwriters.
I think most people do. I think it's like my dad actually said it perfectly when I was growing up. He's just like, let your passion be your passion. Be very passionate about it. Do stuff on the side to make money. And if your passion becomes your thing, then you're blessed. I mean,
Right.
great. I think when you play for the passion, it really stands out. So
I think a good goal for a band is to get 10,000 fans. A lot of the reading I've done is if you can get at least 10,000 fans that are loyal fans that like you and follow you, you can actually market to them and sell merchandise to them and actually make a living as a band with just 10,000 fans.
right.
So that's a good goal. I think that's kind of our goal.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good goal to shoot for.
It's a
You
good
don't
number.
have to be superstars. If you can get just 10,000 fans, you can make a living.
Right.
You got to get those 10,000 hours in first, though.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
kind of true.
Well, thank you so much for coming by to our new station and everything. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And
And the new
Great
place
place.
is great.
We
Yeah,
really
much
like this.
better,
It's
huh?
awesome.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. So, do want you guys to play us out. Do know everybody starting at 7:00 every single day at 7:00, 7 to 8. We have one solid hour of only Colorado artists, just a melting pot of all different genres. And then, of course, tonight it is going to be a repeat again, but kind of vague radio. It's Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. It's a really big deep dive into Colorado music as well. But we're going to have you guys play us out if you guys are okay with that.
We got one more, I guess.
Yeah, all right.
This was one. Actually, this was the first song I think you guys put into heavy rotation.
I think so.
It actually was in our vice president Sarah. This
this
she
is her
loves-
favorite.
This is her absolute favorite. If she's listening, I'm sure she knows what it is, and she's saying out loud right now, "I'm gonna do what I want."
I was gonna say
She loves-
it was like we have to play Do What I Want, guys.
Yeah.
You better.
Thank you very much for tuning in. And if
Thanks,
you just
guys.
caught the end of this, it is going to be on all of our social media platforms, K4CO Radio, for at least a month. So you can go back and listen. So, ladies and gentlemen, playing us out here, the sound industry. And this is Do What I Want. Everybody have a wonderful Tuesday night.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
command, and we all bow and kiss his feet. Talk too loud, pushes through a crowd, forces us to read his tweets. Now there he stands with his dick in his hand, and we're all just trying to make ends meet. He says, yeah, yeah, you got to do what I want. He says, yeah, 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 yeah. Got to do what I want. Do what I want. See the man with the orange tan, trying to keep his story straight. Says in his throat, you know it's just a joke. The truth arrives a bit too late. See the man with the tiny little hand, playing with the Russian mob. Got no class, drives them by the ass, still gets to keep his job. He says, yeah, yeah, you got to do what I want. He says, yeah, yeah, yeah,